Hi, I'm Beck and I'm a property investor.
And I'm Daria. I own my own home and I'm curious about investing.
We're the hosts of Investors in the Wild.
We've heard it all before. Build your wealth, get expert advice, learn about high yield, high growth investments, blah, blah, blah.
That's just not us. We're real mates with real talk about real estate. No ego, no financial advice.
It's all about wins you can use right now.
Let's get into it.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Steve Says, where we take you to inspections with my dad, Steve, and give you a look at how investors weigh up different properties so you can get an idea of what to look for when you're inspecting. While most of our listeners prefer to listen to us on audio while you're walking, cleaning, driving, the Steve Says episodes have a lot of video content so that you can feel like you're in there with us. So if there's a bit where you find yourself thinking, I wonder what that looks like, take a look at your video. It'll all be on there. We're also now on YouTube if you prefer to watch your video content there. We've got a lot of feedback saying we should be on YouTube. And so ask and you shall receive. All right. Today's episode had the highest concentration of quite average 2-star ratings from Steve. 3 of the 4 places actually had a 2-star rating from Steve. So let's take a look at some really uninspiring places. First place, 11 Club Street, Rozelle. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, no car spot, but the street had a lot of parking available, so I felt okay with that. 124 square meters and guiding 1.65 mil. I liked this place probably more than what my boyfriend did. What did I like about it? The price. It's really fun when you find a place for under $2 million. Other things that I liked, minutes from the Bay Run. The Bay Run is an icon in Sydney. It's this waterfront run that you can do. It's really beautiful, very sociable. It's a really nice way to spend half a day just doing the Bay Run. This house is literally 100 meters from entering the Bay Run. Plenty of on-street parking. Like I said, it was a really nice street, quite leafy, good aspect, park nearby, so it'll appeal to families. The backyard was really sweet, low maintenance, but still endearing. Scope to improve the place, but still livable. And the bedroom downstairs, it felt like it would be relatively easy to make that bigger. What did we not like? No car spot. If you go back to the episode, actually both Rebecca and KJ mentioned really thinking about who's going to buy a property off you when you're thinking of purchasing a place. And the thing that I worry about when there's no car spot, that's going to be a real turnoff for families. Parents really want to drive as close to the house as possible and have that convenience. And so not having a car spot is going to lose some families. Also, what we didn't like, the house did feel quite small and pokey. It felt dark, felt a bit boxed in. Bathroom, very pokey, and lots of stairs. Again, referring back to the Rebecca episodes and the KJ episodes, stairs are really going to become less popular as the population ages. And so I'm really trying to avoid places with a lot of stairs. Also, stairs don't really appeal to young families because kids can fall up and down stairs. So this place just had quite steep stairs. And so that was a bit of a downer. We didn't get a Steve Says rating on this one. He got lost on the drive there. I don't know how. But no Steve Says rating. But honestly, given the stairs, Steve, his knees aren't as young as they used to be. So I don't think he'd actually like this place much at all. I wouldn't be surprised if it would be around the 2.5 star rating. All right. And then he joined us for 214 Young Street, Annandale. This place is a lot bigger. It was 290 square meters, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2 car spots, guiding 1.5 mil, which was just crazy to get that size for that guiding price. Whoa. But stick with me because there's a bit of a curveball on the price front. So when I asked what we liked about this place, actually, I'll just play what Steve said. Okay, what did we like?
Not many things.
Nothing.
Okay. Okay. All right, cool.
Didn't like the house at all.
Yeah. So I'm going to try and be more positive. There were a couple of things that I thought were good. The first one was there were nice high ceilings. And the second one was we had an exhaust fan. So there's that. In terms of what we didn't like, God, it was just very suburban and dreary. The street wasn't exciting. The carpet was very old and it stunk. Steve had words to say about this as well.
That's original carpet. It's dark
Yeah.
and it smells.
There was very little light. The second room was so boxy, it felt claustrophobic being in there. It was one of those places where you open the door to get into the room. You have to then step in, close the door to get around the bed. Tiny kitchen and living area. Outdoor laundry with a bonus toilet behind this curtain, and also just this massive gum tree. I think I've mentioned before, we all know and love gum trees in Australia. Love them. However, they drop branches. They can be dangerous. I've had a gum tree push over a retaining wall onto a road because of the root system. It's not ideal having one of these in your backyard, and you can't remove them, obviously. Dad's summary?
There's not enough light in that house. There's no light at all.
Okay, Dad, what's your star rating, please?
That's a 2. I didn't see anything good in the house. High ceilings. That's apart from that.
The rest of the house was pretty blah.
What? Like I said, it's dark
Yeah.
and it smells.
If I could package up the smell for you to really understand what that was like, I think you would understand where these 2 stars came from. Now, you might remember it was guiding for 1.5 mil, went to auction. Are you ready to be really, really depressed? It sold at auction for 2.495, i.e., it sold for $1 million more than what it was guiding. Is that not wild? So, third place, this place was very interesting, saw things that I'd never seen. 67 Probert Street, Newtown. 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2 car spots, 380 square meters. Huge in Newtown. Huge. Guiding 3 million. I love this street. Probert Street has some really fantastic houses on it, lots of character, a mix of places that need work and places that have been done really beautifully. But Probert Street takes you straight into the heart of Newtown. It's a really fantastic street in a really fantastic suburb. Love this street. Really big block of land. The garden could be amazing. The house could be amazing. It could literally become a house where it's in magazines. Now, what we didn't like, check out these cracks as you walk into the house. This is the first room that we walked in. The cracks are along the walls from top to bottom. The cracks are from the bottom of the walls going up. They're above door frames. They've clearly tried to patch some of them here. The cornices are coming off. This is just in the first room. Take a look at this next area. And this is when you go up the stairs. So you're now on the second floor of the house. These cracks. Now, you might remember Steve has said to us in previous Steve Says episodes, some cracks are okay. It's fine. It's very normal in a brick house that there's a bit of movement. No big deal. This house had cracks like we had never seen before. And the cracks were so bad that the cornices were impacted.
What do you even do about those cracks?
You'd have to get engineering
Yeah.
and find out why the cracks and reinforcement.
I've never seen a place with that many cracks.
Especially the corners is coming off.
Yeah. Yeah, like why is the roof shifting that much?
There's got to be water.
You reckon?
There has to be. For the cornices to crack and to be falling apart, there's got to be some kind of water damaged. Has to be.
So I don't know. You've got a lot of potential in this place, but as Steve said, you need to bring in an engineer to understand where all of the cracks are coming from. And there's very, very, very possibly some heritage considerations with this house as well, which just makes the renovation that much more expensive. So you're paying $3 million for the house, plus it's going to auction, so we'll see how that goes. And then you've potentially got some structural stuff going on as well. So you already know This is going to be another 2-star rating, but let's hear it from Steve. What did we like?
The size, good
Yeah.
size rooms, nice entertainment area, the gardens, big area, very big. It does have a lot of potential though, the size of it.
All right, Dad. So how many stars for that place?
I'd go for 2.
2
Just
stars.
the location, the size of the rooms. Like I said, it does have potential, but if you're going to spend $3 million, what's the guide on it?
It's the first inspection, but they said they're hoping over 3 mil.
So you got 3, and you've got a lot of money to spend on that.
Yeah.
Big dollars.
Okay, last but not least, our final house for the day, 29 Alexander Street in Paddington. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1 car spot, 130 square meters, so much smaller than what we just saw in Newtown, guiding at 2.4 mil. This is kind of what you expect in Paddington. I think Paddington has the highest price per square meter in Australia. Get places that are much smaller, but still very, very exy. So we went and checked out this place. What do we like? It's in Paddington, really quiet street, close to everything, close to Oxford Street, close to the sports grounds, close to transport. It's basically, why anyone lives in Paddington. It's just such a great, convenient place. I'm going to cut to the chase on what we didn't like. Picture this. You're having dinner with your friends. You're all enjoying yourselves outside, inside in the dining area. You got some friends tinkering in the kitchen, preparing the next part of the meal, a round of drinks. You need to go to the bathroom. In this place, the bathroom and kitchen are right next to each other. You actually need to go through the kitchen to get to the bathroom. And imagine that. Imagine you're hosting a party. You know what it's like. There always ends up being let's assume water on the floor in the bathroom. Your people are moving between the kitchen and the bathroom. There's no privacy. It's not very hygienic. It's just not good. Here's what Dad had to say about this kitchen bathroom situation.
I don't like where the bathroom is. I
Yeah.
think it's terrible. The bathroom, the kitchen.
Yeah. Bathroom next to kitchen.
Yeah.
It's gross.
I think that's the biggest turn off, I'll be honest with you. You got a bit of I suppose potentials, but you need to move the kitchen and the bathroom.
That wasn't the only thing that we didn't like about the place. The carpet was a problem. It was very small inside. It felt very dark. Let's just take a minute to go through the car spot situation. This is the car spot. Literally that area where the bins are. That was the car spot. I don't even know what kind of car is going to fit in there. A scooter, maybe. So already completely off our list. But just to round out the conversation, other things that Steve pointed out he didn't like.
You wouldn't be able to put the heater on where the table is. If you put that heater on, it's too close to the dining table.
The dining space isn't practical. You turn on the heater, the person who's sitting next to that, going to be very uncomfortable. The kitchen was very small. The exhaust fan, we all know what Steve says about exhaust fans.
What was that, Dad?
A heat lamp and no fans.
Really? Heat lamp, but no fan.
And the stairs were just so steep. Again, we don't love stairs. Steve's star rating, no surprises, but drum roll, please.
I just think it's very tiny myself. Look downstairs, it's very tiny.
Yeah.
Tiny and it's dark. Didn't look much of a car spot to me.
I didn't think you could fit a car in there.
Not where the bins are.
Yeah.
I didn't think so. There's a gate there. I can't see how you're going to fit a car in there. I didn't think you can fit a car in there. At least you got a little
Like a
Yaris, but a normal car, no way.
So what about the rating for that?
No more than 2, if you've that. No, I just think it was too dark, too small, especially the toilet next to the kitchen. That was the biggest turn off.
All right, so there you have it. 3 2-star ratings in 1 week. You can imagine how excited and inspired we felt walking out of all of those. But it is what it is. And the good news is it means we are back for another Steve Says episode next week. Have a good week.
Hello, it's Beck. If you thought this episode was valuable, please help others to find it by finding us on Spotify, dropping a rating or review, or just sharing it with a friend who would find these stories relatable and insightful. And if you're an investor with insights to share, hit us up on Instagram at investorsinthewild or email investorsinthewild@gmail.com. After all, we're all mates helping each other. And if you're a hopeful investor, we would love to hear from you. Reach out with feedback, questions, or topic ideas. It would be great to hear what you want to see behind the investing curtain. Talk soon.